Let's read one of your weird stories. This happened to me and my ex-girlfriend. As the subject line says, I do not speak the name, and for good reason. So for this story, I will not put the name of it that we suspected it was, just to keep you safe and anyone else. Okay, now I'm like super intrigued. I live in Utah, about an hour outside of Salt Lake City. We were bored and looking for something fun to do and decided to go digging for geodes. It was summer and quite hot out. We have an area where as long as you don't interfere with staked claims, you can go dig for your own. Well, that's freaking cool. I want to go dig for stuff. The area is mostly desert here with softer ground. We loaded up the car with shovels, water, and my hunting rifle. You never knew what could happen, and I wanted to possibly hunt some of the rabbit out. As we were driving, she was uneasy. She couldn't explain it, but insisted that we continue. Once we turned off the highway and out into Tooele County. Did I say that right? It's not very urban there, at least at the time it wasn't. I haven't gone back to see. It was early morning around 10 when we saw it first. It was a lone antelope walking the same direction we were driving, but a good distance into the brush. We found it very strange. While true, sometimes they get separated and have to be alone, but there were no other antelope around. Something I should add is my ex is of Navajo descent and is very in tune with her ancestry. She again got very uneasy, but when I asked, she didn't want to go back. She wanted her own crystal for jewelry, so we kept going until it was out of our mind. We had been digging all day and we were hot and had a few good geodes in our trunk. Being hot and tired, I wasn't in the right state of mind to properly turn the car around and we got stuck in the sand. Being young and frankly dumb, I locked the keys in the still running car. Oh my God, I literally have done that like 4 times. We only had our jug of water and our shovel outside of the car. The car was low on gas at this point and we knew we might be stuck out there all night. I couldn't break any of the windows to get back inside of it. The sun was setting and I had to make a decision. I used the shovel to pry open my trunk and try to get in through the trunk. It didn't work, but I was able to get my rifle. The sky was darker, maybe an hour from setting, when we smelt it. It was foul, like bad hamburger meat that sat out too long. The hair standing up on my neck. Oh, that's never good. Rancid smells are normally so evil. She was looking at me, facing away from the trail we needed to leave on. She was white, and her breath was rapid. She was muttering under her breath. That's when I saw it. That lone antelope was back, but it was wrong. Oh my God, is it an S-Walker? It was a good 100 yards away from us, but it was looking right at us. It was shaking violently, and the head was nodding in a way, mouth opening and closing like it was trying to speak. But it's an antelope. There's no way it could actually speak. It was large too, very large. The air was cold around us and dread just filled me to the core. She wouldn't turn around, only looked at me, and I didn't look away from this animal. Its front legs were wrong, longer than they should be, and its back legs shorter than the front. It was off balance. It wouldn't look away from me. Oh my God, I have chills. I couldn't move. This wasn't an animal. I have never frozen by an animal before. I couldn't understand what I was seeing, and I couldn't get my mind to move and protect my girlfriend. It slowly tried to get closer, but it wasn't moving like an animal would. She whispered my name, and it got me to move. I lifted the rifle and pointed just over her shoulder and took the safety off. I told her to walk slowly to me and not turn around. Its focus was on me, not her. Friend, you are brave right now. I took a step sideways and she, still facing away, was at my shoulder. I aimed up from the creature thing and fired a single shot. It didn't move. Do you mean like it hit it and it didn't move, or like you missed it and it was still there? Or wait, do you mean that you fired up like you fired a warning shot and it didn't move, like it wasn't scared by the warning shot? My hand was shaking, but it still came closer. Fear was so thick you could cut it. But I fired at it again, missing it, but I didn't want to piss it off, just scare it away. This time it turned away and slowly, in its weird prance, walked off. Oh my God, thank goodness. It was sunset now and there was no way we were going to be stuck out there. I shot out the window in my car and I got us out of the sand and to the trail. We couldn't see it anywhere. It was gone. The whole drive home, she mumbled prayers in a language she didn't actually know and had no recollection of saying anything that drive. What do you mean in a language she didn't know? It just like came to her and she just was saying, she doesn't remember it? It was something like possessing her to protect you? To this day, I still see it clearly when I think back to it, and I just have to tell myself over and over, did you see it? No, I didn't. The paranormal happens to me all the time, but this is the first cryptid type encounter ever. I don't speak its name because I don't want it to remind me. It marked me somehow, I know it did. The focus was too intense on me and nothing else. I don't do anything outdoorsy anymore. No hikes, no gem hunting. I don't want to see it again. It's been 11 years.